All right, what's up? What's up? Happy Friday, y'all. All right. So, I have this is the kickoff to my renewal series. So, welcome everybody. Today, I'm talking about the real reason women don't like you. And this it's important to talk about these kinds of things as we get into self-renewal, because renewal is the best part of healing. It is the best part. It is the part where your hard work pays off. It's the part where you get to go after all the things that you want and make it happen. And so renewal is the best part. And it's the best part because you're really just getting to know yourself and you're tapping into the power that was always there. You know, you just may not have realized it. And so good things come out. And, you know, you realize how powerful you are and that you have the answers to your life, to the things that you want. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Onjeinikab. I'm also known as the Unmothered Coach, and I'm the author of this book. The book is called Unmothered, A Daughter's Guide to Acceptance, Healing, and Renewal. And I wrote this book for women like myself. I had a difficult relationship growing up, difficult relationship with my mother. And eventually, things got worse. It didn't get better. And then I lost my mother to breast cancer. And once I lost her, that's when I realized the pain that I was going through was really because we didn't have that mother-daughter relationship. And so I wrote the book to help women that are in a similar place, that are hurting and they don't know how to get out of it. The book has what I call the 9 steps to healing. And so the steps can be broken down into acceptance, healing, and renewal. And so I'm going to talk about the renewal portion today, and for the next coming lives that I'm going to be doing, it'll be focused on that. So that's who I am. That's what I do. And let's get into the topic today. So the real reason women don't like you. Now, for some of us, this is a big deal. And there's nothing wrong with it being a big deal because some of us are more sensitive than others. So go ahead, and if you are a person that's sensitive, just claim that. There's nothing wrong with that, although society tries to make you feel like that. It is okay to be sensitive and to be aware. That is how God made you. It is okay to be how you are. That said, when you are trying to, either you want to, make friends, or either you're just new at a place, or whatever it is, you could just be out someplace, going someplace, and you want to say hello or what's up to someone. And when you get the stank face, and when you get, attitude and stuff back, or when people don't speak to you, it can begin to affect you and how you feel, and you're trying to figure out if it's you. And so I want to break down the reason that women don't like you. And it's either one or two reasons, right? It's either a them problem, as Terry Kaye would say. It's on them, and it's something having to do with them, or it's you. And so let's talk about when it's a them problem, what that looks like. So sometimes people don't like you, other women don't like you, is because they just don't vibe with you. Like you're just not their type of person. Y'all don't have a lot of similarities. You're not going to click. You're not someone they want to get to know. It could be for, any different reason, but for whatever, all intents and purposes, is you don't vibe with each other, or they don't like what they're getting from you. And those women a lot of the time can be mature about it, and they don't have to act ugly, and they don't have to, try to, let you know, well, look, I don't like you. They don't have to come off like that. They just, they're cordial, I won't say friendly, but they're cordial, and they keep it at that. They keep it on the surface. And if it's a professional relationship, they know how to work with you and be professional. There's no game playing, no sabotage. You aren't, they don't vibe with you like that. And that is okay, because everybody isn't for you. Everybody isn't meant to be a friend. Everybody isn't, doesn't have to like you, okay? Everyone is not your cheerleader. And so you have to begin to understand that. And I know that can be difficult for us, especially if you have mother-daughter trauma. and your mother wasn't there for you, and she did a lot of competitive things, and all that stuff, it can make it difficult. However, you can get there. It's going to take work. But so there are those women you don't vibe with. But then there's the other camp where the reason they don't like you has nothing to do with you, and it's about them. And it is the fact that however you show up in the space that you show up in, however you act, you talk, how you look sometimes can be offending and off-putting for them because it reflects on them. So it really is how they are feeling inside. It really is what they think about themselves. And so they come off as like, well, who she thinks she is? That kind of person. And you haven't even done anything. You haven't even said anything wrong. You haven't, said you didn't like them, nothing like that. They just have a very bad reaction to you, and it has to do with them. Now, you might say, well, I'm not doing anything. Well, I'm just trying to get my life together. But still, you might be ahead of them. Or they may see the confidence on you and the care that you take with yourself. And it could be money. It could be the relationships you have. Sometimes it is material things. But they see those things and they feel threatened. They become envious or jealous. And I'm just giving it to you real, because that's what it is. Some people, it's a real thing. We don't like to talk about it, but yes, women can be competitive. They can be jealous and envious. And so sometimes, and this is just people in general, really, but sometimes when you show up in a space, or you come somewhere, they get offended because they're not there. They're not at that level, or they don't know how to carry themselves like that. Or let's say like you're a loud and a boisterous person. They wish they could be like that. And so they will become haters a lot of the time. So instead of just being mature like the other camp of women I was talking about, where they just don't vibe with you, and that's cool. Everybody doesn't have to be your friend. This other set, when they feel like you are offending them personally, even though you didn't really do anything, it's because they can see the confidence, and they can see something about you. They can become haters. And the haters can make life miserable, because they'll always be doing something, always trying to push your buttons, always trying to take you out of character, always, trying to sabotage work and stuff like that, petty things. And it's unfortunate that we have to deal with it, but there's a way to get around it. But we're just talking about identifying the reason why. All right. And so when you start to think about the women that are in the hater camp, your mom is probably going to come to mind. Because if she has competed with you and sabotaged and not supported you, and you can't understand why because you are her child, then this behavior from other women is going to be familiar. And so it doesn't necessarily mean that you're attracting that, because like I said, this is a them problem. It has to do with the other person. But you will recognize that, oh, I know what this treatment is like. And so when you realize that it's the same energy that you get from your mother, sometimes you will fall into the same behavior that you do with your mother. And that is, okay, I'm going to try to be nice. I'm trying to be a, people pleaser. I'm going to try to, do this to win them over. I'm going to play small so that they're not so offended and they don't suspect, like that I want to go higher, or I really want these dreams and these goals in life. And you might find yourself doing that. I'm not saying that you are, but these are some of the behaviors that come out of these feelings, these emotions, when you're not being accepted, when someone else is on the verge of rejecting you, or they have, and they don't like you. It can cause some of those same behaviors that you have developed in dealing with your mother. And that is the connection to being unmothered, to having that mother wound, to having a narcissistic, toxic, or even an absent mother. It can cause you to have feelings of, okay, I don't want to be rejected. And so you start trying to act the part to win them over. Okay? And that's and some people, that's what they do. But I know other people don't. Sometimes you see the women and you peep it. You understand that it's a them problem, that they are jealous, they are envious, you haven't done anything to them, they have something going on, and you find it funny. And you just keep it moving. You don't even go there for the drama. You don't egg it on. But those of you that don't find it funny and that are, upset. Well, why don't you like me? Why won't you to, why can't we be friends? Stop. My advice to you is to stop it. You have to stop it. You have to stop it because you need to take care of yourself, and you can't look to anyone else to accept you and to like you and to, befriend you. You have to learn to accept yourself. And if they don't like you for whatever reason and it's something having to do with them, you need to be okay with it. And here's the thing. The person that's hating on you can already see, that you have gifts, that you have the potential to go higher, that you have the ability to do so much. That's why they don't like you. That's why they're scared. That's why they don't want to be around you, because they might want those things and not know how to get it, but they think you do. And you could be thinking, well, I'm not even all the way put together. What are you scared of? But I'm telling you to stop worrying about it, because you need to go ahead and focus on you so that you can shine. So if they can already see it on you, why are you playing small? Why are you trying to be nice and trying to, stay in the shadows? They can already see it on you, even if you can't see it on yourself. Even if you don't believe like that in yourself, they can tell. And so if a stranger or a hater or somebody can tell that, you got it going on, you need to go ahead and believe in yourself and let them know, well, you ain't seen nothing yet. You think you don't like me now. You're really not going to like me, because I'm going to tap into my own power. I'm going to tap into the self-love. And then I'm going to really be going after the stuff that I want. Then I'm going to really be coming for everything. And so if you don't like me now, girl, move out the way. Move out the way. That's fine. So you need to take that as sort of just like a positive thing. I know it's weird, but take it as a positive thing. They're turned off by you. It has something to do with them and not you. But then if you're not where you want to be, understand that other people can see it on you. They can see the potential. And that's why you're rubbing them the wrong way. And so the more that you become yourself, and as you, acknowledge who you are and the things you like, and, get your goals set up and start going for things, planning and doing, you're going to attract the people to you that do vibe with you. You're going to attract the people to you that want to be around you. You're going to attract like-minded people that are movers and shakers too. You're going to attract people that can become really good friends. And all it really takes is being yourself. Because sometimes people try to tear you down because they don't want to see you go higher. And then sometimes people attach onto you because they think that you're weak like they are. Or you're weak-minded. Or you're going to, be negative to yourself. And you don't want those situations. You don't want either of those. What you want is to be yourself. Step into your full power of who you are. And I know that you're getting to know yourself. I know that you're relearning. This is self-renewal. But I'm trying to show you where to dig deeper. Step into it. Embrace it. If you know you're a person with big dreams, then dream big. You don't need to share that with everybody, because that's how sometimes people start hating on you and trying to sabotage you. You don't have to share that with everybody. But just in and of yourself, recognize the things that you want. Recognize if you want a different type of life. Recognize if you have a standard for yourself. As I was talking to my daughter last night, and she was telling me how she has a standard for herself. And when she doesn't meet her standard, it gets to her. As it should. Now, I did tell her nobody, meets their standard 100% of the time. But it ain't nothing wrong with having a standard for yourself. So as you get to dig deeper and unpack some of this stuff, embrace who you are and who you want to be. And let the haters hate. Let the haters hate. Don't even entertain it or worry about it. Let them do what they are meant to do. And if the other people don't vibe with you because they just aren't your kind of people, then that's fine. But you do you and focus on yourself and the things that you want, because they can already see it on you. So it ain't no need in playing small. There's no need to be nice and to, try not to offend anybody and to be quiet and tiptoeing around. No, be loud. Be who you are and go after those things. You got one life as far as what I know. You only get one chance at this. So there's no point in taking it easy and being slow when you know you have goals, when you know there's things you want to do, and you know you have a purpose. So that's what I would say. Stop worrying about the haters. It will take time, because when you're a sensitive person, it's in your head and it makes you emotional. But realize that there are people out there that will be attracted to you naturally. And it's going to happen when you step into your real self. When you stop worrying so much and trying to people please. And when you come out of the shadows and say, this is who I am. And as you're getting to know yourself, that may change. That's okay. All right? So that's what I would say to that. And then there's the other side of the coin, where I said the real reason women don't like you is either a them problem or it's on you. So what if it is you? Okay? What if it is you? In the event that you are the reason, that you see that when it comes to most women, you're pushing them away, like they don't vibe with you, and it's like something is wrong, then realize that a lot of the time you could be repelling them because of your own fear of rejection or your trust issues. And like I mentioned earlier, you have those trust issues because of your mother. A lot of the time you don't trust women because you couldn't trust her. And so you are kind of, you're standoffish yourself. So it's not really that they're not vibing with you. It's that you're not giving it a chance. You're already you may not realize this. It could be subconscious, but you're giving off, leave me alone tone, that kind of thing. Because you have been hurt. Because you are uncertain about women because of your own mother. She was your first model. And because she didn't, bring you in and love you and hug you and hold you and praise you and, just let you know that you are everything and you can be anything and to go forth. Because she didn't do that, it can get inside your head and make you think that nobody's going to do that. And so when it comes to meeting new women, new people, new friends, you are standoffish. You are the one giving off the negative vibes because you're afraid of being hurt. Because you are fearful of putting yourself out there and being rejected. And so what I would say to that is begin to heal first. Before you start saying, well, I can't make friends because women don't like me, or they just don't like me and I don't know why I'm not doing anything. When you recognize that you do have that fear and that those trust issues, begin to heal first. That's when you need to do that. And you work on yourself on those things, in those areas. And when you do that, you'll begin to identify why. And it can be specific things that happen with your mother. It can be other things that happen in other relationships. But you'll begin to understand why you're standoffish and why you don't want to be, close to certain women. And as you begin to do that, you might decide you want to change some things about yourself. And it's perfectly fine if you want to change something about yourself. What's not okay is if someone else tells you you have to change, you have to do this, you have to do that. Because you don't have to do that. But when you recognize it, or when someone gives you some constructive criticism and it makes sense to you, and you're like, okay, I feel that, okay, I understand that, I'm going to consider that. When that happens, then you decide how you want to address it. And if that brings about the change that you're looking for, and you start to feel better, and you're more relaxed when you're meeting people, and you're able to give things a chance, then you'll know that was really the reason, and that you're going in the right direction. And I think that's that's the biggest part of it. And so I'm going to be talking about renewal more. I'm going to do a series next week, and I just think that it is going to be beneficial to you. It's going to be beneficial to you because all the relationships that you have one thing in common, and that one thing is you. You. How you act, how you show up, how you interact, how you engage in relationships. You are the common denominator. And so when you get yourself straight, when you work on you from the inside out and try to get through those things that have been scary and the things that you've avoided talking about and thinking about and dealing with, when you start to work on them, you will begin to see who you are and how you want to show up in relationships, what you have to give, how you are going to be treated. You'll begin to understand what boundaries you need to be in place. But you can't understand that stuff if we don't take a deep dive into renewal and into self. So I am going to be talking about imposter syndrome, and specifically, I was going to say specifically dealing with work, but it's not just work related. Sometimes you can have imposter syndrome as a mother, as a person. And so I want to unpack that, because I think at the core of it is a lot of things that we learned when we were out there trying to take care of ourselves, trying to figure out why our mothers were acting how they were, trying to change them and make them accept us and love us. It caused a lot of internal damage. And so now we are fully grown, and it's hard to navigate this world because some of our tools and our foundation is missing. And so we need to go back and look at that. So imposter syndrome I'm going to talk about, and also self-esteem. What else? Codependency, things like that. And I already mentioned fear of rejection and trust issues. I'm going to dive deep into that. So if you have some other topics dealing with self-renewal that you want me to cover, please let me know, and I'll be happy to do that. So I'll give the details on how I'm going to do the sessions. I think I'm going to do it live on Instagram and Facebook. But if that changes, then I'll definitely give you the link. Like if I decide to do it like in a workshop format, like over Google Meet or Zoom, something like that. So that's what's coming next week. And I also want to let you know that I reopened my digital course. My online course is open. The cart is open now. And so the course is From Unmothered to Empowered. It is 6 weeks where we go through accepting your mother for who she is, grieving the loss of the mother-daughter relationship, grieving the loss of your mother physically, either if she has died or if you had to go no contact. We talk about forgiveness and how forgiveness is for you. And then we move into renewal, which is 3 parts. Renewal of self. And then we go into renewing the relationships, and then setting your boundaries and goals. And so it's a six-week program. And I'm offering live lessons where you'll get to spend an hour with me, and that will be on Google Meet, where we'll work together through the content. And then I will post the content in the portal where the lessons will be kept. And so you can go back and rewatch them. You're also going to have lifetime access to the courses, and I'm going to facilitate this through a Facebook group. So a private Facebook group where you can interact, ask questions, all of that. And I'm going to give you a 14-day money-back guarantee, so that if you get into the course and it doesn't feel like it's for you, then you have a way out, and you don't have to worry about how much work you did or whatever. You don't want to do it anymore. You have a way out. And so I'm packaging this all together for you because I want to see you heal. I'm offering it for $297. It is for the full 6 weeks. And like I said, you will have lifetime access to it. And so just want to let you know that that's coming up. The cart is open now. So if you're interested in the coaching program, then come on, holler at your girl. Let me know, because I'm excited and ready to help you move forward. So that's what I have for you. Oh, and as always, one-to-one coaching is always open. So if you're just a person that, you don't want to do a group format when it comes to healing and working through something like this that is delicate, it's sensitive, I get it, then you can work with me one-on-one. And I have consultations where you can schedule them at the link in my bio. So you go there and you'll see how to set up a consultation if you want to talk about the one-to-one program, coaching program. Okay? So that's what I got for y'all. I am so excited about renewal because, like I said, it is the best thing when you get yourself together. All else follows. You hear me? All else follows. All right, guys. So have a good Friday, and I will see you next week. Bye.